Now let's go and do a speed comparison between both these devices. Like I mentioned before, both these phones have the same chipset inside of them, the Apple A12 Bionic, but there is a little bit of a difference with the RAM. The XS has 4 gigabytes of RAM, where the iPhone XR has 3 gigabytes of RAM. So a little bit of a difference right there. Let's go and see which one is the faster iPhone between both of these. Okay, now that we're back, let me clear all the apps in the background, and as you can see, they're all cleared out. So let's get started. Let's do phone calls. 3, 2, 1. And I'm not really too sure, they're both about the same. App stores 3, 2, 1. And you can see a pop-up on the XS. I don't know why, but I don't know. I think the XR was going to be faster anyway, to be honest. Scrolling speeds, you guys can kind of tell that I think the XR looks a little bit smoother. I don't feel like I feel like I'm just saying that, to be honest. Let's do cameras 3, 2, 1. And about the same too. As you can see, the animation speeds hopping out are almost identically the same as well. Music 3, 2, 1. And I think the XR actually was the faster one there as well. Hopping out of this one, as always, I have a bunch of these third-party apps we can go and get into. Let's get started. Let's do Quizlet. 3, 2, 1. And the XR actually was the faster one. They're both on iOS 14 as well. Dropbox 3, 2, 1. And they both are kind of the same. There wasn't really that big of a difference. Let's go ahead and do Snapchat. 3, 2, 1. XR is like instantaneous. As you can see, I thought the apps were in the background, but that's not the case. Temple Run 3, 2, 1. And I'll just wait until it gets out of this loading panel. Loaded here. The XS was a little bit behind. Let's do Bofa, which I don't have. So Netflix 3, 2, 1. XS actually was the faster one there. Let's go and do Facebook 3, 2, 1. And almost identical on both. Twitter 3, 2, 1. And I think the XR was the faster one there as well. Hopping out of this one, let's go and do Fruit Ninja 3, 2, 1. And maybe it will be the XR here. Yeah, the XR was loaded, but it was just like a split second faster to get into the next panel on the iPhone XS. So that one was pretty close in my opinion as well. Let's go ahead and do Stack 3, 2, 1. And you can see I think the iPhone XS was the faster one there. Let's go and do Thank You 3, 2, 1. And the XR was the faster one. The XS was a little bit behind. As you can see, gameplay-wise, as always, I think these are going to be pretty identical. There's not going to be that big of a difference between these two. Let's go and do Snake versus Blocks, 3, 2, 1. And I think the iPhone XS was the faster one there. Hopping out of this one, let's go and end it off with Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And you can see the iPhone XR seems to be the faster one. The XS just a little bit behind, to be honest. And to kind of, sum up the speed comparison, I think for sure the iPhone XR seems to be the faster one. And I don't know if it's because of the software. They're both running exactly the same software on iOS 14. I don't know if there's that big of a difference between these two. As I think the XR is the faster one, but as you can see, the XS may be the better one in RAM management. As you can see, the XS does have an extra gig of RAM, so that's a pretty massive, major thing to keep in mind. In terms of this stuff, you can see that the iPhone XR is still kind of keeping up, but the RAM management isn't as good on the iPhone XR as it is on the iPhone XS. So a big thing to keep in mind. And even though I clicked on different apps there, that's kind of how it's sum up that specific speed comparison in 2021.